The story of Jesus in the Gospel of Luke presents a king unlike any other, born in humility, teaching a radical message of love for enemies and care for the poor, and ultimately executed on false charges as a rebel. This narrative reaches its stunning climax in the 24th chapter of Luke, where the resurrection is not merely a miraculous event, but the key that unlocks the true, upside-down nature of God's kingdom. The chapter opens in confusion and despair. The women who discover the empty tomb are met with angels who ask a pivotal question: why do you look for the living among the dead? He is not here, he is risen. Yet their report is dismissed as nonsense. The disciples, like us, struggled to believe that life could conquer the finality of death they had witnessed. This failure to recognize the reality of the resurrection is powerfully illustrated in the journey to Emmaus. Two followers, dejected and leaving Jerusalem, are joined by the risen Jesus himself, yet they were kept from recognizing him. As they recount the events, they reveal their shattered hopes. We had hoped that he was the one who was going to redeem Israel. Their vision of a Messiah was one of political liberation, not a suffering servant. Jesus responds not with a grand revelation of his identity, but with a Bible study. Beginning with Moses and all the prophets, he explained to them what was said in all the scriptures concerning himself. He showed them that the Hebrew scriptures always pointed to a Messiah who would suffer for his people before entering his glory. True understanding, however, came not just from hearing the word, but from an act of fellowship and remembrance. When he was at the table with them, he took bread, gave thanks, broke it, and began to give it to them. Then their eyes were opened and they recognized him. In the breaking of bread, a symbol of his broken body, their spiritual blindness was healed. Luke's account reveals that seeing the risen Jesus requires a transformed imagination. God's royal power was definitively revealed not through a display of force, but through the shameful execution and glorious resurrection of his Son. This is the heart of the gospel, a king who reigns through self-sacrificial love. The gospel concludes with Jesus commissioning his disciples as witnesses to this repentance and forgiveness, promising them divine power. His ascension into heaven is Luke's final declaration that this crucified and risen Jesus is now taken up into heaven and enthroned as the divine King of the world. The mission to live out and proclaim this upside-down kingdom now passes to all who, their eyes opened, recognize him in the scriptures and in the broken bread.